Introducing Matt, Marvin, and music. Matt, come out here. Woo!
Raise some love over here. Yo, check it out.
Making a fucking special entrance. What's going on, everyone?
Yeah.
What's going on, viewers? What's going on, Marvin? Marvin, how you doing today?
What's up, Matt? Yeah, doing good. Special episode, special appearance. Yeah, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too, man. I want to welcome you and all our viewers to my office right now. This is the new office for today.
Yeah, beautiful backyard you have.
Thank you, Marvin.
Yeah.
So, Marvin, you want to tell everyone what we're going to be talking about today in today's video?
Yeah, so today is a special episode. We're coming to you with a quarterly report. First 3 months have going by so fast, and we just want to talk a little bit about what the music's been going on lately. The Grammys just went by recently. I don't really pay attention to Grammys as much as I used to. Like, I didn't watch it live. I saw a couple performances on YouTube, but for the most part, nothing really was like interesting me from the Grammys this year.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I haven't really been following the Grammys recently. I did see some performances, like the Dua Lipa performance. That was really good.
Yeah, I like that.
I also saw the Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak one, which I guess is what I want to... Oh, yeah, we can talk about the Grammys for a bit.
Well,
actually go into that.
Well, not much else to mention about the Grammys, really, because like you said, like, yeah, we're both not really... Grammys is kind of like falling out of the loop with, like, really what's good in music in a way. Like, they're not really connecting with their audience as much.
Like, they didn't give The Weeknd a single nomination for After Hours? Like, bro.
Nothing. And, like, Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak practically had to beg for an appearance on the Grammys. Like, I was seeing...
did they?
I was seeing a bunch of stuff on their Twitter, both of them talking to each other on Twitter, and then like Anderson .Paak was so upset. He's like, "We didn't get into the Grammys. Like, they don't like us. And then like there was a bunch of push, and then there was some update where like I'm not sure if it was because the song came out so recently that they missed the timeline cut, so they had to fight for their Grammy appearance really, and glad they still got it.
Glad they got it. Because that song, like that's what I wanted to start off this video talking about, That song, Leave the Door Open, Silk Sonic, Bruno Mars, Anderson .Paak, that's been out, what, like a week, 2 weeks at this point?
Couple weeks, man, but yeah. Yeah,
it's still like really, really new, it's still really recent. That is such a good song, man. I think it's like my favorite song of the year so far.
Yeah, like, I'm there too. Like, I've played that song so many times since I've heard it. Like, it's amazing.
When they announced this collaboration between the two of them, I was never like a huge Bruno Mars fan individually. I was never a huge Anderson .Paak fan individually. Like, I like their music, but them releasing stuff by themselves never got me super excited. But then when they announced that they were doing this thing together, it just like it made so much sense to me, And man, I wasn't wrong.
Yeah, they both have like such similar styles that like they blend so well together.
It's similar, but it's also like different at the same time,
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like super redundant. Like this track, Leave the Door Open, it doesn't feel like just the Bruno Mars song. It doesn't feel like just an Anderson .Paak song. It really is like a really good blend of the two of them.
Yeah, I like this. It's making me like a bigger fan of both of them. I'm not the biggest Bruno Mars fan. I love Bruno Mars. And I love Anderson .Paak, but I'm not the biggest Anderson .Paak either. Biggest Anderson .Paak fan either. But together, like I'm loving their style together. I can't wait for the album. Yeah.
Especially when it comes to like if the production is going to be on par with this track, with this song. It's like the instrumentation on the song, I think, is like one of my favorite parts of it. Like the drums, they just like hit you hear every little tap, every little snare, every little like beat of the drum,
Yeah.
Everything is so like well layered, but everything is really good on this song. I like this one a lot.
Yeah.
It has a lot of like old school vibes,
Yeah, I agree, definitely, 100%. One of my most played songs of the year for sure so far. It's only been out like a week or two or whatever, right?
Yeah, right. Honestly, like this was. Stay tuned, viewers, for our 2021 Spotify Wrapped.
Definitely.
Calling it right now. This is gonna be in like my top 5.
Definitely. A little bit of our playlist. If you guys want to check out our playlist of the first quarter, go check it out. The link will be in the description. Let's go on to Good Days, a TDE track, SZA, that was released. Yeah, talk about that a little bit.
Good Days by SZA. I mean, soft, smooth, beautiful song to listen to. You know,
Yeah, it's chill.
Like,
Like there's birds in the
put it on
background.
so
like it's a
much.
nature kind of
Yeah,
feel as well
honestly.
going on. Yeah. Like
It's
kind of where you are, I
It's
guess.
like a perfect. There you go, man. It's like a perfect sunny day music track. You know,
Yeah.
it got me listening to like what's it called Control again, and it reminded me of how good that album is as a whole. So
Yeah. A couple of
I think another like
okay, yes.
big artist and big release that we need to talk about is Drake's new little project, little
Okay.
EP, Scary Hours 2.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think about that one, Marvin?
Yeah.
Because I think between the two of us, I think you would be like the bigger Drake fan.
Yeah, I guess so, man. Like 3 tracks, you know, going back. I feel like going back to his roots a little bit. I love the features on the 3 tracks. Rick Ross and Lil Baby. I think Lil Baby did a great job at the end of his track. I've been rocking these tracks since they dropped.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny that you say that you think it's him kind of like going back to his roots, because my like first impressions of that song or of the whole EP, with the whole project, Scary Hours 2, was that it was more of the same like new modern Drake.
Yeah.
You know, more like just like cut, copy, paste, like the Scorpion formula.
Yeah. Okay.
Was the project that came before that, like the dark demo tapes, whatever that project was called.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it just felt like more of the same old Drake, you know.
Yeah,
and I was kind of hoping for more experimentation and for him to kind of go with different styles. So I wasn't like super impressed right away with these songs, with these tracks, from like a commercial standpoint. Yeah, why would you want to create from formula? But I guess what I'm looking for from Drake, from like an artistic standpoint, I guess, is more experimentation with his music.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't do that, that's whatever, you know.
I think that's totally fair, man. It's totally fair.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Yeah. You know, we're all stuck in the moment, so you know, we're all. I think we're hungry for music for sure. You know. But
like at the end of the day, he's not really making music for you or for me or for fucking like nerds that analyze all of his stuff. You know? He's making music for like the masses. He's making music like to get that radio play, to get that Billboard charting. You know. Sorry,
I never really get too excited when a Drake song comes out because I know I'm going to hear it eventually. But I still been listening to this quite a bit. So let's transition a little bit to
just with all that being said, though, I still kind of like the project. I'm not hating on it at all.
Okay,
you know?
Okay.
So let's move on to something like that. Some stuff that you added on the playlist.
Okay, sure.
I was listening to it earlier, and I really like the Denzel Curry tracks that you put in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you talking more about that?
What happened was Denzel Curry and Kenny Beats, they both came out and released like a 1.5 of an album they made last year, right? So the 1.5 is
kind of like a deluxe version, I guess.
It's actually like all remixed. It's all remixed, and they added like a bunch of features. And you know, I thought there were a couple good tracks, but what I had to end up doing is going back to the original album. And so I listened to that, and it's all just Denzel Curry and Kenny Beats, and I could not stop listening to that after I started. Like I totally slept on this album last year. I never listened to it, and so you know this album has so much energy, so much like firepower from Denzel Curry, and I was pretty.
And that's what he's all about, though, right?
It is what he's all about, but I was really impressed with Kenny Beats because. For the most part, the only time I saw him was like on YouTube. He has some kind of like he does like live production type of thing, live mixing.
Okay.
And like I was like, so I didn't think too much of him, but I was pretty impressed with him that he the beats matched Curry's energy, and you know, so I felt like that was like some awesome firepower. And I added some tracks to our early 2021 favorites. That were from that album from last year. So you guys can go check that out too. I'm just gonna like shout out my favorite songs were Pyro, Diet, and So Incredible. Those 3 were standout from that album. And then coming to 2021, listening to 1.5, I wasn't as impressed as the original. I'm not hating. I think it's still good in its respects, and then some features were were really good. Simino and Joey Badass stand out, but
Yeah.
the original just flat out brilliant. I think there's Denzel Curry, like so much creativity from Denzel Curry. I can't say that enough, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Because from like the few tracks that he put on our playlist, I was listening to it, and yes, there was a lot of like raw energy. There was a lot of firepower from Denzel Curry, but it was also very like melodic,
Yeah,
which I wasn't really like expecting from him.
it's
That
definitely
kind of threw me off, but like in a good way.
yeah. Like all his lyrics are from the first album, but all like the beats are like pretty much all different and remixed and touched up a little bit.
Right.
And so yeah, it's definitely worth the comparison to go back and check those out for sure from Denzel Curry. Let's move on to something you've been listening to this year so far.
I have like the 2 new Tkay Maidza songs.
Oh yeah,
on there,
right.
And listening to that. In addition to last year was Weird Volume 2, that's still like on rotation. But yeah, she also released 2 new songs. One of them early in there was called Kim, which is kind of like a darker, hard-hitting. It's kind of like a Shook vibes,
Yeah, like is
Shook,
that a reference to
was
like Little Kim maybe?
It might be.
Yeah,
It might be. I haven't like looked too much into the lyrics because every time I listen to it, just like I just start like bobbing my head and get along with the beat,
No, I was digging that song too. Yeah, like bitch, I'm Kim, bitch, I'm Kim. But yeah, I'm trying to break down who's Kim. And she. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe Little Kim. She might be the best
maybe it's
thing since.
Kim Jong-un.
You don't. Yeah, exactly. We'll see. We don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Little Kim, it's one of the Kims. She's all the Kims,
Yeah.
Kim Possible, Kim Kardashian. And then onto the other song that she released, which is a cover of the Pixies song "Where's My Mind." That one was also just very like relaxing. It was very mellow. It showed off more of her like singing instead of her rapping, like on Kim.
Right.
So I think these 2 tracks just show off more of her like diversity and her abilities as an artist. To pull off the different styles.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a cover.
Like really well. Yeah, it's from like an older like 90s band.
Sick. Okay, nice. Giving her respect, yeah. Because, yeah, respect to the old band there, and then respect to whoever Kim is, maybe even if she's Kim.
Yeah.